Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that you are first to get my videos. So I will be showing you how to do basic gel polish on natural nails. So these are some of the products that you might want to start with. A cuticle oil, I use orally. Dehydrator, this is the one that I use. I got this one from my nail class when I was getting my license. A primer, I love Young Nail Primer, and also an e-file. I have the coreless one from Kara Sky, and I also have this one which is not coreless from Young Nails. I love the Kara Sky one. I wish I knew about that one before I got the Young Nail one. The table lamp is the orally. I also have a portable Kara Sky, and for gel polish and cleaning up my nails, I also use this Apres gel brush. So sanitize the hands if you want to wash it, or spray it with soap and water, which I did, and have her clean it up. I use my cuticle oil. Any oil that you have is good. This is the one I love. And using my oily pusher, I will be pushing back her cuticles. Now, I got my license 2 years ago. I went to school. I'm in California, and it was kind of stressful. Don't get me wrong. And I will be 49, and I wanted to do nails when I got out of high school. My dad said no, he wasn't paying for me to take care of people's feet, so I ended up going to college for different things. But I ended up getting my AA and my BA, but later on I wanted to accomplish getting my license. I don't know what I'll do with it yet, but in the meantime, I want to share what I've learned throughout the few couple years that I've been doing them. So, you might say, well, what qualifies you to share or to teach? I'm not teaching you. I'm just sharing the knowledge that I've learned and I've YouTube. So we're doing natural nails. So just go ahead and file up the free edge, which is the fingertips. File them up, shape them up, whatever style you want. You guys know about square, oval, coffin, ballerina. And her nails are already short, so normally, and she likes square. So I'm doing the best as I possibly could to keep them square. And she likes her nails short. She did say she would allow me to put on tips one day, but she does have her a YouTube channel. She's my sister, the Bear Pantry Show, and she does cooking. So she doesn't like a lot of rhinestones or too many things on her nails because she want to make sure when she does cook, she doesn't lose the items in her food. So after you do that, make sure you file up the cuticle and the nail bed in order to take off or clean up all the surface of the nail bed and roughen it up. And so this is a basic dry manicure. It's no soak-in. A lot of people don't soak their nails prior to doing a manicure or of gel polish because it tends to, I guess, when it's in the water, first, and then when it comes out, it the nail bed either changes the size of the nail bed, and therefore the will cause the gel polish to lift. So a lot of people would soak the hands after, but I will not be doing that in this video. So a lot of when you go to get your license in California, in the school that I went to, a lot of students were complaining that we weren't learning anything about actual doing nails. We did learn basic, like I learned the basic of how to put on acrylics. We did do little tips on like different whatever was coming out at the time, gel polish, Apres system. But most of doing nails is basically after you're getting licensed to take a lot of classes after. Like I went to an orally class. I got certified into doing the orally builder. And so anyways, when you're done doing all that, either wash the hands with soap and water, but I prefer not to put any water at this point. Use alcohol and take off all the nail stuff that came off. So go ahead and use the dehydrator and dehydrate the nails. You're trying to take off as much oils as possible because having oils on your nail bed will cause your gel polish, your acrylic, polygel, whatever you're putting on to lift. Okay, and so far, this brand was the brand we used in class, and I love how it works. I think I ended up getting it from Amazon. And also the Young Nail Primer, you get that from Young Nail. So whatever you learn to use, let that work. But I've had to go through a lot of products to see what I actually like. I mean, I've come home and work on nails like when I first got my license, and a few of my friends, their nails would come off, would peel off, and like for a whole year of frustration, I sat on YouTube for a while, and I researched a lot of different people. I've watched Femi Beauty. I love, love, love her stuff, you guys. So now, one thing I want to tell you, whatever brand you use in gel polish, make sure you use the same base coat, same polish, gel polish, and top coat. You could probably get away sometimes without lifting, but I would recommend that you stick to that policy. So if you're using Orly gel polish, use their base coat and top coat as well. Okay. I did hear that for most brand, they also want you to use their table lamp. I've used Karaskai and Orly, and I use it on Madame Glam, and there's not a problem there. So, and also whatever table lamp you have, make sure that you don't leave it plugged in for too long. Even though it's off, make sure you kind of take it out sometimes. I've learned that as well. So this is the base coat that I'm putting on, and make sure that what I like to do is put on, so when we learn in class, is to start with the client's left hand, which is, or to us it's her right hand. So from her pinky to her thumb, and then go over to the other hand from her pinky to her thumb. Okay, but when you put on gel, okay, make sure, like I'm doing right now, you put on her pinky, her ring finger, her middle finger, her pointy finger, and you cure that whatever for the base coat or gel polish or top coat. Then you go to, while that's curing, you do the other hand, and then you come back and do the thumb, and always do the thumb by itself, because if you notice, when you put your hand into the lamp, your thumb is always sideways, and it will drip to your skin, and you don't want that. Okay, you can develop contact dermatitis. This is when you have an allergic reaction to all the chemicals eventually, and also it could cause the gel polish to eventually lift. Okay, so always do the 4 fingers first, and then go to the next hand, do the 4 fingers, and then while that's curing, you, when it comes out, while the other hand's curing, you do the thumb. Okay, so I'm putting on my Madame Glam color, and make sure you have acetone in a little container next to you, so that you can go ahead and clean up the edging. So I decided to skip to that finger, because I thought I was going to do a different color on her ring finger, but I forgot she wanted the dragonfly charm, which I also got from AliExpress. Guys, get all of your charms from AliExpress, because it will take a while to get here, don't get me wrong, but they're so much cheaper than buying it from a lot of these YouTubers that are now selling their products, which I'm not trying to knock them, because I have used them for products that I needed right away. But also, that's why I have a lot of nail supplies, but that's where I got them from AliExpress. Some stuff I couldn't wait on, so I use Zuli products as well. So I was telling you, a lot of the YouTubers that I've learned from is, so I told you about Femi Beauty, Long Hair Pretty Nails. What else? I'm trying to see who else I've learned from. I mean, a lot of nail stuff. I've sat down literally on my spare time just to learn about nails, because again, when you go to school to get your license, my school really concentrate on you passing. So there's theory, and there's the part where practical. Sorry. Hey guys, if you haven't by now, please take this time to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Yeah. So they really just teach you how to pass state board. My school prepped us on state board and do an exam, and like I said, it taught you basic nails when you come out, because while you're in school, something else could be coming out after you get your license, and those stuff you don't necessarily have to go to school for that. You go to that company and you take their little certified class, like Opre have their little system to get certified in their nail products, or you could go on YouTube and learn it. Like for Opre system, I've learned it watching YouTube. For Orly, I went to get certified in their product, but it's the same thing as YouTube. But it's nice if you have a business to have all the certification down. Kara Sky products. I love Kara Sky products. Those are healthier products as well, safer products, but highly expensive, because you're paying for those type of things. But when I first started, I had bought a collection of gel polish with the top coat, base coat, from Amazon, and it came out a lot of beautiful colors. Honestly, I love those better than I love the most expensive brand. Airbrush, try to get an airbrush system. And I said I love the e-file and the portable. Try to get portable ones, because it lasts very long. And if you're trying to do, like, maybe you go to a friend's house to practice, it's easier to transport those things. Now, let me tell you about putting on the gel polish or even polish. Make sure that you put on the first layer very thin. Each layer, even the base coat, is thin. The gel polish is thin. For this one, I ended up putting on 3 layers, but they were thin. So you don't want to bulk up the nails, because not only would it have a heat spike and hurt her, burn her, not burn like literally burn, but that burning feeling on her nail bed, it can cause lifting because it's not fully cured. Some colors need to be cured very well, like red is a very horrible color to deal with. But again, it's just based on how thick you put on your gel polish. So with this, with the little glitter that I put on, the gel polish already have a sticky layer on it, and therefore I would, when I put the glitter on it, it adhered. And then I'm gonna put it, so when you either, for me, I just use the top coat in order to seal it, but it's kind of better to encapsulate it, which I encapsulate with builder. If you're not using acrylic, okay, it's a builder gel, but in this case I didn't. So I ended up using 3 layers, and it still was it wasn't thick, it wasn't bulky or anything like that. It was a nice thickness to her nail. My sister has ridges in her nails as well. So I do have an oily product that's good for ridges. You can't put those things on if you're going to paint your nails, because it will cause the gel polish or polish, whatever, to lift. So now, remember, now this is just for gel polish. The process is the same for regular polish, which you want to dehydrate. Prepping the nails is literally the same for anything that you're going to use on your nail. Okay, if you're using acrylic, if you're using polygel, après system, regular polish, the process is pretty much the same. The only difference is that when you put on the dehydrator and the primer, you kind of do that. Like, I like to do that before, then I glue the nails on. But some people glue the tip on first, and then they put the dehydrator on, and then the primer. So see what works best for you. But in this case, we're just talking about gel polish. So the reason why I decided to do this video is because I only have a little bit over 9,000 subscribers, so I don't want to call myself a pro, and plus not all my videos about nails. But I had posted a video and someone was asking me questions, and I felt like, who am I to answer that person? Because I felt like but then I was answering what I knew, and I did not realize how helpful I was being. When she told me thanks. So what I'm doing right here now, I'm roughing it up the surface, because now I'm going to adhere a charm. In order for your embellishment, which is your rhinestone, your charms, or anything like that, to adhere well and stay on you very well, is also to buff and roughen up, take off that sticky layer and rough up the nail bed. So I have my table lamp with a gelish table lamp. That's a good one to have. And I'm going in the corner, the crevices of the charm to fill that. I'm using a builder, which is Keraskai builder. I love oily builder as well, but I had the Keraskai on my table to kind of fill in the little gaps, so that when she combs her hair, it's not being snagged in her hair. Zuli has a nice glue, but I cannot, after using it like a few times, I cannot open it. I need one of my husband's tool to open it. That's actually a glue. It's not, it won't be cured. It's actually air dry, has an activator. I love that one as well, but I cannot open it. So Zuli has awesome products. I recommend her as well. None of these things that I'm telling you guys I'm getting paid for, but I had to YouTube in order to learn this. So now I'm going to do my top coat. Make sure again that it's thin layers. You don't want none of the products to go on her nails, because it would eventually cause irritation, allergic reaction, and not only that, it will cause your nail, whatever product you have on it, to eventually lift. Gel, polish, acrylic, polygel, whatever it is. So avoid that as well, okay? And always do the 4 fingers first. Cure that, switch to the other hand, do those 4 fingers, and when the other hand's coming out, then you do the thumb and switch it up like that, okay? So and again, I'm using just a basic top coat to encapsulate. I don't even want to call it applique, to protect or seal the glitter, but you can also use a builder in order to do that. So if there's any other questions you have, like I said, any file, regular file is fine, not e-file, but file is fine. If you have a wooden pusher, that's fine as well. You don't have to buy anything expensive. You could get basic necessities at Rite Aid to start with until you're more advanced to see what you want to work with. I do like I said, I have the brushes that comes with the polish or the gel polish, I don't like using those because it never goes close to the cuticle and make a lot of mess. So I love that Opera brush, and that was in the beginning. I showed you that I use that Opera gel polish, and I also use it to clean up my edges. I love, so I have two, and it works. I love it because of that. Make sure you get a good gel polish gel brush, because it helps so much in order to do your nails without being sloppy. So what I did right there was take off all the sticky layer with the alcohol, but some top coat is a non-wipe, so you don't have to wipe it. So just make sure to read that. But this one was, you needed to wipe it off. Then I went ahead and put on my cuticle oil. Anyone is fine. I love Young Nails as well, or Orly. Orly is my favorite. It has a nice smell to it. And then you take a little pad and you just rub it in. That's a trick I use. Just rub it with the pad, and that's how the whole hand look like it's all pretty and taken care of. So I hope this helped. If you have any questions, let me know, and just leave in a comment. And again, I'll probably do one for Orly Builder as well, and for pedicure I'll do one for pedicure. Okay, so thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and share my videos. Go ahead and do that. So guys, this is me. That's the tripod I use. You get a 20% to the right, and to the left, that's where you could donate to my channel. Thank you. Bye bye.